Where we at with it? Ooh,
Yeah.
there we are.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
are.
we on, bro.
Yo,
I'm
we
gonna
on.
lower that so we don't yell over it.
Yo,
Yo, we lost in hip hop right now, bro.
DJ Concept on the ones and twos. What
Yo,
up?
I just want to say it is lovely to
we're
be back, my brother.
Nice. It's been years. It's been years.
Yeah. So for y'all that don't know, me and Knox, we had the show for years and years on Sirius Satellite Radio.
Ah.
Now we're just resurrecting that. You know what I'm saying? So you know that everyone, it's always been a thing. DJs, mixtape DJs, mix show DJs, they always want to play the popular joint or the joint that everyone's working and things like that. We were always the people who played the B-sides,
the underground joints,
underground shit that people didn't play.
Yep.
So Knox came up with this idea, Lost in Hip Hop.
Yes.
Right? So we're going to do this show where we get lost in whatever type of hip hop we feel like.
Whatever year, how old, new shit, whatever.
And just go.
Whatever.
Keep with that same exact format.
For sure. And if you guys want to hear something, just jump in the chat.
Yeah, hell yeah. So we're going to come back, but you got to introduce our guest co-host.
Why hasn't he even jumped on the mic?
Yeah.
We got Theravada up in the
What up?
What up, man?
Real hip hop things going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure, man. Talk to us, bro.
You know, got some things going on. New music coming out.
But
new
do me a favor.
to be played
Introduce
yourself and hold some of that back.
Give a nice little intro, and then we'll go into music, and then we'll come back.
It's 2000.
Yeah.
Which one? That one?
Which one?
Yeah, you know, beats and rhymes, man. You know, beats, rhymes, videos, a little bit of everything.
For sure, bro. Yeah. For sure. You got some shows coming up. We could talk about some music coming out. We could talk about right, your own projects coming out.
Yep.
All
right. So why don't we play some music?
Let's do it.
And we'll come back and we'll really get into it.
Yes. We're finding the rhythm. We're finding the groove.
Yo, this is the first time we did this right here. I'm controlling the microphones from my phone over here. We got this. I'm switching the show over here. Hold on, wait.
Bunch of old men over here.
Let me just show you what we're doing. Boom. Right there, from the machine.
It's looking good.
Yo, let's do it. It's Lost in Hip Hop, people. DJ Concept.
Mickey Knox.
Theravada.
We back. Yo, that last joint you just played.
My man, Theravada right here.
There you go, kid.
Left field.
My man.
All right, so let's do this. Give them a good introduction to you, how you only could do.
Another introduction is crazy. A second introduction. Intro. I'm barely built for one.
Nah, but tell them, some of your projects, name some of your past projects, who you affiliated with, stuff like that.
Nah, you could do 3 introductions, so let's go.
3 introductions?
Yeah, 100 introductions.
Yeah, my first project was called Zen Griffey.
Dope.
And then, Zen Griffey.
Yeah, Sick project.
And then I did Zenny Hardaway. And then I did Zenny Hardaway, And then I did State of the Art. And this was between 2017 and 2018. Those 3 were within the first year.
And you produced all that?
Most of it.
Yeah. Who else you have on there for production?
Rob Chambers, Paul Hares.
Cool.
DMH.
Rob Chambers dope.
Axe Puzzles. Maybe no, not yet. Axe Puzzles was later. But yeah, those first 2 was mostly me and then Rob Chambers and Paul Hares sprinkled in. And then Zennis Rodman, which was 91 tracks. That was a lot of producers.
91 tracks?
Yeah, 91 tracks.
Yo.
And you rapping on all of that?
Not all of them.
People, let that sink in. 91 tracks.
91 tracks. That was 2019. Then I did Xenophon in 2021. Which is
I'm telling you, people, he can keep going. Name.
And then I did My Own 2 Hands. And then I did Strange Voice. And that was 2022.
That's
then
what
I
that's what that
did-
joint was off. We just heard.
I produced the album for Starker, Spirit On. I produced another album for Young Morpheus,
That's dope.
Up Against the Wall.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
What year is it now? 2023. The EP with Evidence.
Word.
Basically
Turmeric.
going through the discography.
Yeah, go.
This is my second intro as the discography.
He's
sure.
good.
I like
Second
it.
intro.
I'm already trying to
discography.
think about the third intro, so I'm like, I'm on
Now
two
I think we
channels
could fit
right
it all
now.
in right here.
Okay. And then I did Waste Management with Zumo. And then here we are 2 years later.
Here we are.
My next joint should be out soon.
Now you also have done production for other artists.
Yeah.
Like who? Please let them know who you've done.
I got a
who you
joint
work
with Earl Sweatshirt. Tabula Rasa.
Oh, for what album?
Make sure you
That
talk
was
into that
off of
mic.
Sick. The album's Sick. It was a sick album. I got a joint
Yeah, the
on
album's
that
sick,
album.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, that joint's crazy.
What else I got? I got a joint with Euro. I got a couple joints with Euro Drew.
You were on the last album he dropped. The last summer he dropped, right?
Was I?
I don't know, weren't you?
He said, "Was I?"
I feel like it might have been a couple years ago, maybe.
Okay.
The last one at least. Maybe 2 or 3 years.
All right.
I'm trying to remember. When the last one was. I know there was one with Fahim on it. What else I got? Production wise, I got a joint with Billy Woods.
Dope.
Bonus track on his CD of his last album.
Dope. That's dope.
Yo, they became
that one I'm really excited about.
Yeah,
That was a dope one.
they became some of my favorite. Them too.
Yeah. Billy Wood's been around for like
Woods
long
and
time.
Elucid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
me too,
Arm and
man.
Hammer stuff.
Me
Yeah.
too. Those are definitely some of my favorite rappers right now. No question.
So you are what they call tapped in, my friend.
I'm a little tapped in.
All right?
Sure.
You're
Yeah. I try to advise others to tap in more than myself. So
but you are fully. And you didn't mention also Evidence released the track listing for his new album that's dropping soon, and you were on there as well.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yep. August 15th, I believe. Yeah,
Tapped in.
Define
Tapped in.
Yeah.
He's on the scene. He's on the scene. He's Johnny on the spot.
Johnny
Say
on the
that.
spot.
Johnny Fife.
Now let me ask you this: how you hook up with Evidence?
He was already following me, and I was in
Dope.
LA, and I literally just DM'd him like, yo, I'm in LA. And he was pretty enthusiastic, to say the least.
That's crazy.
That's
And
dope.
that same day, I believe, it was the same day. It was when we did the 2 joints that we had wound up putting out.
Wow.
It was that day.
How
was, like,
does that happen?
within-
Nah, especially
Nah,
with an
not at
artist of the
all.
caliber of Evidence. Like,
Or
j-
definitely.
I mean, he's just dope altogether. But like,
Me
He's
and
a
Kasa
legend.
have been following that guy since we was kids.
I mean, ABB
you know what I'm saying?
Records.
Absolutely. Dilated Peoples. All of it.
That's crazy.
Legend.
He is a legend, man.
But
And
Yeah.
we always been banging that shit. Shout to Ev.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you want to play some joints? We'll come back.
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna play a few more Knox. Give me a few more minutes,
Yeah.
and,
Go
and then
for
you
it,
can
man.
do your thing.
For sure.
Lost in hip hop. Get lost with us.
I'm on the exchange the range.
Now you on the buy me diamonds and I'm on.
Yeah. Lost in hip hop. We back up in here, man. It feels good to be back. We ain't never really went anywhere as far as music goes. We just haven't been streaming, radio showing, shit like that. I mean, our guest spots here and there, but so right now we're switching it up. Knox gonna go on the sets. But what I want to talk to Theravada about right now, in the background while I was spinning, I heard out of one ear the story of how this single with Evidence, or the 2-song EP, 2-song single with Evidence, kind of came about. You got to tell us about that. So you said it really happened. How?
So the day I messaged him, I pulled up that day
Make sure you talk to them.
talking to the mic. They hear me? The people hear me?
There you go. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so
It's all good.
Slouched and relaxed.
It's all
Hot
good.
day, man.
It's
I'm
all good.
exhausted. But yeah, I pulled up on Ev that day that I spoke to him the first time we spoke.
Okay, but wait. How did you speak to him?
DM'd him.
So you just DM'd him and said,
on
yo,
Instagram.
respect or something like that.
Respect. What up? I'm in LA. What's good? And he said, yo, pull up. And he sent me all types of erroneous information and I was confused. But then I calculated it and I arrived. He played me a bunch of beats and then he left. And then he came back. And that was after like 2 hours maybe. And I wrote to the beats.
And you were right.
And he came back and we recorded them. And then after we recorded them, which is maybe like 4:30, 5 o'clock at this point, so maybe another couple hours of recording them. And then he turned around and looked at me and he said, we're putting this out. And I said, word. And then I was like, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, let's keep going. And then we kept going during my stay in LA. And
it's ridiculous.
You guys haven't heard the rest of it yet, but there's more to come.
Oh, we will. We'll hear it. But the great thing about that is like those type of connections don't happen all the time. Like we've been fortunate enough to be in the presence of legends for many, many years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And even that, you know, everyone's been pretty cool with us. But at the same time, I'm going to move this out of your face, bro. But at the same time, like a connection like, yo, roll through. I mean, Evidence is a legend. You know that. I know that. So that's dope that it happened like that.
Absolutely. I'm blessed, man. I'm honored. I'm honored that I could even send a message to someone of that caliber.
Yeah.
And it turns into that.
Yeah. I mean, you know how many messages.
It all happened within like 6, 7, maybe 8 months that we recorded that and it came out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you know how many people send messages like that to artists of that caliber and just never hear a response. So it speaks to the fact of what you've been doing with your career and your music, that he responded to you and said, come through, because he could have easily said, nah. Or just ignored it.
Imagine he said, nah, period.
Yeah.
Nah.
That would have been
thanks,
classic.
Man, I'm going to watch your stories and like your posts or whatever.
Nah, period.
Nah.
All right, we're going to go out on that. Nah, period. Yo, it's called Lost in Hip Hop. You got to get lost with us. We go all over the map on this show. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to take back to the 90s.
90s, all right? I'm down. I'm ready to go there. Yo, hit us up in the chat room. Tell us if you want to hear something from the 90s. Let's do it, bro. Yeah. Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Hear me? Yo. Yowza.
Real hip hop.
How's that? There you go. I think it was
It's the headphones.
Too many
man.
headphones.
Too many headphones.
Too many headphones.
And I knocked it. Too many headphones. Lost in Hip Hop.
That's as hip hop as it gets. That's as lost in hip hop as it gets.
Lost
Yo,
with the headphones.
I gotta be
So
honest.
many headphones.
The people out there don't really know how many pieces of technology are in this motherfucker right now. I myself personally have 3 computers, a phone, a tablet.
Just to bring this to the people.
Yo, Knox, you taking me back with some of those joints.
Yeah? Like what? What was your favorite joint?
That last joint, that beat.
The Showbiz and
Oh
AG
my
spit?
God. I remember that record too.
Yeah.
And I had 2, and one of my records snapped. And I was pissed. I had to go buy another one.
Terrible. What about you, Theravada?
I just want to say I appreciate that you used the term record, but then you actually meant a record which could physically
Yes.
snap. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because I low-key hate when people refer to
Oh, record, and it's like an MP3.
record. That's a great record.
Yeah, you don't like when they refer to songs as records?
I feel like y'all are a little older than me.
Because sometimes I do that.
So it's like, I feel like that's more regular. I feel
Ma-
like it's more of a thing for people my age and younger. If you're older than me, like whatever.
You know what's
have
crazy?
at it.
A rapper from the 80s said, when I say record, because I say record to say song. He said, when you say record, I think you talking about a whole album.
Oh,
Yeah, a whole album.
Interesting.
Well, not
I'm
even
like,
physical, but the full album.
The full album.
Yeah, so
Like
it
a
could already
full
mean so
record.
many things.
Yeah.
What a
Yo, I got to take a picture and bring it for the next time for him to see the record wall.
Oh yeah.
I got the crazy record wall in the house when I
Yeah,
bought
for
my new
sure.
house. Basement
For
was
sure.
unfinished, and I was like, "Yo, I'm putting a record wall across that whole wall," because you know how many houses I went or apartments, houses I did those IKEA shelves.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, those things were falling apart. I'm like, "Yo, I'm building it into that wall." So I got to send you a picture of
You
that.
got like a custom shelf built in type shit.
Exactly that. So yeah, we're gonna continue on.
Yes, let's continue talking to Theravada.
You know, I'm not going to do the third introduction. I'm not going to do it.
No, we don't need a third
we could.
introduction. We don't.
We
But
don't
yo,
have to.
some background on you. Where are you from?
Long Island. Well, Queens.
The mic.
Queens, Jamaica, Long Island, Belmore. Grew up in Long Island.
All right.
Family was in Queens.
So
Played basketball everywhere.
all right. So that, you know, like take us back a little bit into the history of where you started to like hip hop and get into hip hop. Not even music, just more hip hop terms. Like, how did you get into
Like
it?
the
What did you
focus,
do?
yeah. When
That's
were you like, yo?
Kind of day one with music for real. Like it was kind of synonymous with getting into music.
All
as a
right,
whole.
fair enough.
Yeah, but I could put it simply with the Space Jam soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
hit them high.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a good joint.
yeah. Like already just like, oh, Bugs Bunny, Michael Jordan, Coolio, and
Yep.
Method Man and LL
Be
Cool
Real.
J and Be Real
Yep.
all together. And then
On a
you know,
Trackmasters beat.
my favorite fun fact lately is how Jay-Z wrote the Bugs Bunny song.
Yes.
On that.
I did hear that.
I've kind of known that for a little bit, but I feel like I've been telling more people about that haven't known that.
Little known fact.
I was telling one of my homies from Marcy, he was like, didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he was like bugging out. I was like,
Nah, that's cool.
yeah.
But that's funny.
Trackmaster Speed.
The hit 'em high. Oh, hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high. You hit 'em
So
low, hit 'em
when I'm
low.
old enough to start watching MTV and whatever, and retaining information about music and hearing soundtracks on video games and whatever, I already know. I'm like, oh, I know who Method Man is.
Right.
Now I can tap into what Wu-Tang is at
Got
large.
you.
And I'm seeing them
Mm.
on TV because Meth and Red are like more visibly in like, you know, on TV and shit
Yeah.
like that, you know. But yeah.
So then, as far as influences for you,
Like what? Right now, yes. Now you're in it. You love hip hop. You're exploring. Now when do you decide you start rap? When did you learn you can rap?
It was being around Marlo.
Yeah. Shout to
For
Marlo
real.
Demore.
Yeah, being around Marlo.
I didn't know that was a connection.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
this
was
is how I
like
met
that
Zell.
was like the friend who was rapping in high school, who actually kind of
All right.
fake had traction on MySpace, maybe like 5 figures of plays on
Yeah, yeah.
MySpace. That was
MySpace
pretty
was
cool.
the thing. We'll get back to that.
Yeah,
I got a
MySpace
story.
music back then was like, if you was rocking on MySpace music in 2006, that was kind of ill.
Yeah.
Like I had bro songs on my page at one point.
Yeah. Well, me and Knox were talking because we're getting ready to launch the podcast or whatever. And when we did our show back in the day on Sirius, like that was how we got a lot of
The guests
artists,
just
the
reaching out
guests.
through MySpace.
MySpace. That was the thing.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
like, but the podcast we're gonna do, we might as well talk about it a little bit. You know, it's called The History of. We're talking about the history of our show, and we're playing the old interviews from 2004 to 2008, right? So
Yes.
these people come on and they're talking about MySpace. So it's like
The
when we
only
play
social
that,
media out. Yeah.
when we play that part of the interview, it's like a time warp.
Yeah. For sure. All right. So Marlo's rapping. And then you decide.
Dude started doing shows. I was making flyers, started DJing, less people doing shows as a group. I'm the hype man now as the DJ. Oh, I don't need to DJ. They got a DJ. I'm going to just be the hype man. I'm going to start making beats. I'm going to start rapping.
Yeah, both.
And it kind of just happened because everyone was like, why don't you make beats? Why
Right.
aren't you rapping? started like freestyling at parties and shit like that. And everyone's like, yo, what the fuck? You? I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then, but the confidence built for me slowly. And I was surrounded by the talent where it felt possible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, I was able to at least understand the discipline of a beat maker or an engineer or a rapper to even honor the craft, to approach it.
Dope.
And then as making beats, I'm also iterating my own little videos, and I'm making graphic art for every beat. I'm writing to every beat. My first show, I just had maybe 8 beats, 7, 8 beats, and I just played beats and like rapped any verse. I had written different verses to different beats, but I was just going off the top. And then this is my first performance. Someone in the crowd was like, how long you been rapping for? And I'm like, I kind of just started a year ago. This is my first solo performance. And he was like, nah, you lying. You've been rapping years. Like, he's like, I know.
Nice.
He's like, I know. He's like, you fucking with me. And I'm like, nah, for real. I'm like, ask the dude right here. He put the show together.
This is my legit first show.
Yeah.
Dope.
So I was, all the cues were there to keep going.
What I appreciate, though, he's saying like I was doing all of this. I was doing artwork for songs and
he
beats.
He went in.
And that, like that reminds me of me, right? Because I'm designing shit, and I'll design a cover for a mixtape album that doesn't exist, and then make the tape. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just doing the artwork. So take us to some of your influences, because now you're in the game, you're starting. But what were some of the people that influenced your sound, the way you made beats, the way you moved?
From a young age, I was heavy into Nas, but I really liked Cannibal Ox and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think all of us were.
That
right?
was the range.
For
Like
sure.
the first 2 CDs I bought as like Mom, I want these. You know what I'm saying? Illmatic 10-year anniversary.
Dope. That Star Wars on that.
Yin Yang Twins, me and my brother.
Nice.
The second.
Save your soul.
Second joint.
Shake
Maybe
your
the
soul.
third.
Yeah, soul pep. Yeah, soul
But
shaker.
like that was the range. You know what I'm saying?
What
like,
kind of that's a range?
You know what? I've heard that from your age, your generation, because they grew up on MTV.
I was on some hip hop head
Right.
shit.
They
but
were
I
listening
liked
to the hip.
Ludacris,
Right.
You know?
They like Nelly.
Yeah, like I never
Country
had
Grammar was
I wasn't
there,
mad at
you know?
Nelly. Like I
Right.
know if someone was maybe 7, 8 years
And
older
then
than me,
as
they'd be
they
like,
got
this is
older,
garbage.
they learned about the other stuff.
Yeah. See, like this is.
Whereas because there was no Nelly when we was younger, it was just straight hardcore stuff.
I mean,
There was J. Rue the Damage on Hot 97. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I got into Sean Price because of Grand Theft Auto 3.
See?
The way that
This is crazy.
everyone my age will say NBA Street Volume 2 was the reason I got into Pete Rock.
Or the Tony Hawk game.
Or the
reason
Tony
I got
Hawk. Yeah, I mean,
Dilated
Tony Hawk
Peoples.
put me onto shit. That's a whole nother thing. My parents wouldn't let me get Tony Hawk because it was rated T. They were like, no, you're 8 years old.
Rated T.
You can't have this game. So I got this other game called Grind Session. It had Dr. Octagon.
Whoa.
So now I'm 8 years old with blue flowers on a disc with Weird Al Yankovic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever else I'm listening to as an 8-year-old with
Yeah.
Napster on my computer and shit like that.
So that's crazy though, because like I'm not a video game guy,
Yeah.
and I'm older. So like
Yeah.
he's saying like he got into certain shit because of Tony Hawk. Like
Yes.
So we're talking about like
Well,
Grand Theft
not
GTA.
because of Tony
GTA,
Hawk,
my bad.
GTA,
Yes.
and because of
I've
other
heard
games.
this, but I've heard the
regardless,
same
yeah.
thing. The same thing. I've heard that.
So like GTA radio stations were really fucking doing it.
Stretch Armstrong hosted one of the stations.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Royce the 5'9"
For sure.
was on that.
Pretty Ugly.
It's insanity.
Jojo Pellegrino.
Jojo Pellegrino.
Pretty ugly.
Yo,
Right?
when's the last time you watched the Jojo Pellegrino Rap City freestyle?
Actually,
I
it came
don't
up
know.
on the sidebar the other day. I didn't watch it, but that Prodigy was in it. The whole Violator, Capone and Noriega.
I can't even tell you. I don't even know if I'm sure.
and that
I
was
heard
fresh
it, but
because
it's crazy.
It is because at that time he had just came out and the single came out in a
style
pizza box.
sounds more
So
like
he showed up,
today's
he
style.
came with the pizza box,
Oh.
presented the vinyl. Can't even touch the kid. I cut my own hair. Fire.
So this is like he was heavy in the Clue tapes, right?
That's how I first heard Pellegrino.
That's how I heard him.
Yeah.
You know who else from the Clue tapes? We're just
Yeah, it's
talking
all
about some random shit. What was that dude? That was the D Block dude. That was the
J
the
Hood?
offshoot- J Hood.
Yeah.
He had a crazy Clue freestyle, and I can't find it. I don't know where
I
it
met
is.
J Hood when I was 12
How was that for you?
at the N1 mixtape tour
Whoa.
in 2000. I was actually 11.
That's another one how
Yeah.
kids will put onto
And
underground
one.
hip hop and one.
I met
Yeah.
J Hood at an N1 game because D Block performed at halftime. That was the
Dope.
summer that they dropped Mighty D Block.
Oh, 2000.
I
Oh,
met Murder Mook at an N1 game. Met DJ Clue at an N1 game.
oh.
Yeah, like I'm like a kid, just like dapping
Yeah.
people up, like, yo, you fucking famous guy at an N1 game. What up?
What was your first concert? Your first hip hop concert?
Oh, whew.
Rock the Bells in 2010.
Wow.
Not even like a venue thing. Like that was my first shit.
Who was performing that year?
I'm so old, bro.
On the small stage, it was Wiz Khalifa and Big Sean, which
Sick.
was super ill at that time.
Oh,
That's
hell yeah.
That's 2010. Immortal Technique, Murs and Ninth Wonder.
Oh, Murs.
And then the big stage was Karis One, Rakim. I'm pretty sure Slick Rick performed.
did you hear any of the new Slick Rick?
I haven't.
Me neither.
I've heard good things.
Yes,
I
I have
heard it,
heard
though.
good things, but I haven't
I've
heard.
heard
it
other things, but I've heard things.
yet.
I've heard other things. Yo,
Yeah.
I mean, we still going. I mean, I don't know how long you want to go, but we had
So let's go to
1 hour and
midnight.
a half in.
Midnight, cool.
Let's
2
rock.
hours?
We
Let's
got
rock.
viewers. There's viewership out here.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
few
And
viewers.
if we
Let's
got,
do it.
if
Then
we
we
got
gotta give the
viewership, we
people,
keep it rocking.
you know,
Give
Can
the
you pass
people
me a
what they want.
Pacifico?
Yeah, you got another Pacifico.
I got Pacificos.
All
man.
right.
All right, Pacifico in the house.
There you go, bro.
Yo, all right, Knox. Well, play some more shit. I love these stories. We got a million of them,
On it.
and we're gonna keep going.
All right, man.
Let's do it. Lost in hip hop. Get lost with us. Mickey Knox, Theravada, DJ Concept. Little bug. But this looks nice. I gotta change the logo, but that looks nice.
Hip hop.
I think so.
You know, it is
I've
hip hop.
seen worse.
And I'll, one of my dudes from way back in the day, and a big influence, DJ Red Alert. One time I was having a conversation with him, one of the twins,
Yeah.
party. You know what I'm saying? And just talking about something, we're talking about DJing or whatever. And then he was like, "Yo, when the record skips and you're playing, that's what happens when it's live, baby."
You know, you know why though he said that? Because Red Alert is infamous for skipping records, bro. All of Red Alert's records skip, bro.
It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't happen
Taking
anymore because
poorly taking care of your records.
nah, man. I mean, you bump into shit. Like you know when you had turntables.
Yo, I love Red Alert. I used to listen to Red Alert religiously. The only New York DJ who's been on every hip hop station ever in New York. But there were times where that man was sloppy on the mix.
You know?
And it'd be like, but that's Red Alert.
Hey man,
That's okay.
He's still on BLS.
Yeah.
5 nights a week,
5 nights a week.
Getting busy.
Yeah.
6 o'clock every night.
That's crazy.
Red Alert.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. Like still doing
Yeah.
for 50 years?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
That's really crazy.
Crazy.
Skip all the records you want.
You know?
For sure. I'm with it.
And I don't know if you remember, back at those Wonder Twins parties,
Yeah.
he used to have this drink, and I still to this day, I don't know what the fuck was in it. But he used to order it, and they would make it, and it was called poo-poo juice.
He used to talk about that on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what? How do these people know when he asks for that? What the fuck that is?
I would get really upset if I was out and someone next to me ordered that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, you know, what?
Fuck it.
One of my friends, one of my daughter's friend's dad, he was like, I was on vacation and they had a drink on the menu called Fresquila. It was tequila and fresca,
That
which
sounds fire.
it's very, very good. But he was like, I couldn't bring myself to order it because I'm like, I don't want to order a Fresquila. So I made my wife order it for me and I had it. I loved it so. He's like, I loved it so much. Then I ordered it the rest of the week. I didn't give a fuck. But yeah, tequila's the drink.
Poop juice.
Poop juice. So
Well, how did that? What is even that drink? Do you know what that drink
Nah,
is?
no.
he used to talk about it on the radio all the time.
But no one knows what it is.
Can't call
I'm
it.
so curious.
I'm gonna find this out from him. I'm gonna text him and I'm gonna find out right now. Not right now, but because it is close to midnight Eastern Standard Time. Yo, so what do you think? First show,
I enjoyed myself.
couple kinks.
Easy.
We got to learn a lot about this man right here.
Yes.
He puts his hands up. But you know, we're gonna continue. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna talk more to this man about his influences, catalog, new thing. I mean, we got to talk about our shit. We got to keep something for the podcast too.
For
we just keep going. We're gonna talk about hip hop, and we are gonna do that YouTube thing.
Yes,
we're gonna
for
do
sure.
that, but
100%.
we'll talk about that next time.
But good looks to everyone who tuned in.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Good looks to everyone in the chat room. We back next Wednesday.
We sure will. Lost in hip hop.
Lost in hip hop.
We just going all over the map with this hip hop shit.
Yeah. Theravada gonna do a set maybe next week.
Beat set? Mm-hmm. Or DJ
just a
set?
DJ set.
Okay. I like
I
it.
might have to hit up my agent.
All right, we do that. We'll go through the proper channels.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. DJ Concept. DJ Mickey Knox. Theravada. Lost in hip hop. We out of here, peeps.